Tari paro hat the sate, tari paro hat. Tari paro hat the sate, tari paro hat. Ache maro jamano hat, ache maro dabo hat. Ache maro jamano hat, ache maro dabo hat. Suprabat. Kami kemcho marimitrio. Kub kub shube chow. Aje bahu seres divas. Everyone, this is Yakety the Free here playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free to play challenge. Just finishing up my Doom Tower silver keys. And obviously, I sing fantastically. You're going to buy my album when I release it. However, I was singing a Gujarati nursery rhyme saying, clapping your hands, tadi paddle, and hat means like hand. Okay. Well, I better put this on multi battle. I apologize for any kind of shenanigans that way. So, why I was saying, this is my right hand, this is my left hand, and what it pertains to today's upload is I hold a fork in my left hand. You may hold a fork in your right, but the knife still cuts. Regardless of some of your strategies and methods to get to where you want to achieve your goals, there isn't usually one predetermined path available. There's a multitude. And when you start factoring in the number of heroes and buffs and whatnot in this game, all the variables, there's definitely more than one path to get to certain places. So to verify that for you at the end of this video, we're going to do an Ultra Nightmare live battle again and see if I can set up for a little over 24 million so that it's a 3-key yet again. But I'll have a new chest to try out to put on Alice. We're looking here again. Yakety the Free, almost at 13,100 points. Sitting back, what is that? 429 points back of Oh No, My Rook. And Rob the Nice Guy 2 is probably finishing with like 24,000 overall by the end of everything. I'm not too certain. But we did some other neat things. I'm looking for the control button. I apologize. I still kind of look down. I'm not a one finger typer usually, but I'm still not familiar with anything really beyond the home row and one key above or below. It doesn't really matter. I'm not here for a keyboarding class or a lesson, obviously. On the faction wars, it's really important to get deep into them as soon as you can, in my opinion, for crafting other gears. That just helps you progress, obviously, in like Doom Tower and other places. So Yakety the Free now has 654 Faction War stars, and I think it's day 74. So that's pretty good there. And I definitely have a 1-key Nightmare on farm, and so far since I've tried it, I have a 3-key Ultra Nightmare on farm. So let's go back into this multi-battle here. And we'll just finish up with this is Doom Tower floor, I forget where this Magma Dragon is. It's like 60 or something. I have three more floors to complete easy Doom Tower, then I'll start working on the hard. And again, if I did the hard Doom Tower last rotation, obviously I'd have more points. And this one, I don't know if I'm going to get beyond, the Nether Spider. I doubt I can even beat the first Nether Spider on hard, but I should be able to take care of the Magma Dragon. So I'll pick up about a hundred and something points for that, I think, overall. So let's back out of there because I think I needed to spend a certain number of keys anyways to collect the last reward. Yeah. Nope. I want everything. Yes, I do. I want to buy everything that you're offering, but I cannot do so. Now, let's look into the faction wars on the home screen of it. And if you look, it was Orc and Dark Elf. And because of Tagore and Old Hermit York, and I was smart this time. I made a 4-star tracker and uncommon. So I was able to pick up a couple more 3-stars and clean up what was only 2 stars underneath. I can definitely clear stage 20 if I get a better damage dealer. Because the first wave in here has 2 thin assholes and 3 of that. I forget her name. And she's a magic affinity legendary hero that has like a 2-turn full heal, full cleanse, and all that. And I don't know if it's not Selenia. I forget her name, but I just don't have the damage. I could have sat there until turn limit. I'm not doing that. That's silly. But maybe with those 2 ancient shards you see that might have seen, I'm going to try to summon again, and maybe somebody good will come out. And then on the dark elves, I did. I think I came back and all I did was make sure I 3-starred stage 14 on the boss here. I re-geared a couple heroes into bolster sets to make that happen, but I can't get this last wave on stage 17. It's got Frostbringer, uh, Sir Nick, and two of the Jingle Hunters, and I forget who the fifth one is, but I can't get it. I just die with my cold heart, my kill. Eventually, and these will come through. But why it's important is you'll see I have 656 stars. You can't see it because of my face, okay? But now I'm on to the 705 star board. So I'm going to show you what I was able to collect yesterday because of 655. I got a sacred shard, and I pulled it for the times two, hoping, and it didn't really work out too well because I got a what's that bear's name? Ursine Ursine Ice Crusher, I think. Let's see if where did I put that guy? Maybe I already fed him. I think I already fed the bear because I wasn't going to keep the bear. I don't need it. But look here. Look who came from. I just had a single ancient shard from my Ultra Nightmare. Venomage. Are you kidding, man? If I pulled this hero earlier, it would have been really, really good for my setup of my clan boss team. Okay, if you don't know Venomage, she does decrease attack and decrease defense on a 3-turn cooldown, just like Stagnite. Okay, it's a 100% chance when it's booked. So you bring this hero into your clan boss, and I no longer would necessarily require my Jarrag. I could bring in Taragi to help apply more poisons, more shields. Okay, she also has a chance to activate poisons. She also puts on, a 100% chance when booked a heal reduction. And why that's important is enemies under heal reductions do 15% less damage. No matter what happens in my clan boss team, this hero will make it potentially possible for me to take care of Fire Knight, or pardon me, Dragon Stage 8. I might actually be able to fight that because I can make it to the boss, but I get like 2 hits from the boss and I'm done. If I can get that 15% damage reduction, that might be all that is required for me. And she's magic affinity, so it it's the same as having a Jarrag, but I don't have a hero that brings two massive. These are the two biggest debuffs you want in the clan boss. These two right here, and she brings it on a 3-turn cooldown. So that's pretty big news. I'm happy about that. Then today, depending on if anybody comes out of these two shards, which I doubt they will, I'm going to 6-star my High Khatun. Look at this. When you want to book a hero, usually you need 3 or 4 books to get them done, and the rest is up to you later. High Khatun only needs 1 book, and she got it. She got her cooldown on her A2 here. I don't need to book this hero anymore. It's not necessary, okay? You can if you want, but this was the one that you want, and it went in. I don't have much shard luck, but my book luck has been massive, especially when it comes to the epics, because I'm fully booking the 3 Legos that I already had anyways. Now, let's oh, is there an ancient shard available on the market near the end of the month here? Nope, but I'm curious. What's that? Crap. It's all crap. So I don't know if I have enough currency to summon these 7. Um, how much are they? Yeah. So that'd be 140. And then I need, so let's craft a couple things out of the forge here from the Fatal set. And I really wish on the forge here, you could just, if you do a 10 pop of crafting, you could just select them all and say, get rid of it all. Instead of bringing it all back to your, that's not bad, except, it's only a 4-star in a set that I'll never use. But, I don't want to keep having to go back to my inventory. It's just extra stages in the process to sell, filter and all this. And what if I had other only new items and whatever, right? I just don't want to mess with that. Again, High Khatun's about to become a 6-star unless I can get somebody out of here. Oh, and the reason is because I've been stuck on this mission for almost a month now. Clear stage 14 of the Barbarian Crypt. I've got 13 on farm. I just don't have any real healer for my Barbs, and I only have 4 of them currently. If I 6-star my High Khatun, I think that's the only real chance that I have. So let's see. Can we pull a Valkyrie? That would be absolutely massive. But I get a lot of these dwarves, man. And Grumbler, I'm about to start grumbling. Give me a big buddy. Give me, give me, give me. That's all I keep thinking in my head, and that's usually what I keep getting. So this Marauder, I think he's a single target. He's no good. That's exactly what expect to be getting, and I'm okay with that. Oh, is that a CVC? Hey, that's right, CVC is coming, but it's not a personal rewards. We're going to 6-star High Khatun in this video because the free-to-play challenge is almost over, man, and I got to get this done. And you're looking here like this, I forget this hero's name, but these were all faction war fodder at 4-star that I bring up to 5-star. And I'm sure you know who this is. I summoned this, I forget her name, Siandra, the Void for the fusion that I'm not doing. So she's a 5-star and she's off, she's going. And this is a pretty good hero, Shadowbow Tierlac, but I don't have a use for him anymore. So, High Khatun, welcome to the 6-star club. That is 15 6-stars on this account. And let's give High Khatun. Ooh, I better not give her all the brews because then I won't be able to summon those Soulstones. See, I'm already out. But if you look on the skills here, we've got 6 legendary skill tomes. With them, if I pull a Lego, they're at least getting half of their skills to my knowledge. At least half. Oh, what's in the champ training? So I forget how long that summons boost is occurring for the Soulstones, but I was pushing, and I'm going to push real hard again today so that I can pick up these down here, obviously, because I wanted to have a shot to summon an Eternal Soulstone. Jesus Christ, sorry about that, and an Immortal, and maybe it'll happen, maybe. So let's collect the 250 Immortal Soulstone. Yeah, sometimes it's really a big delay, and I'm sure it's on my end. And if it is, I apologize. So I have to do a little more crafting just to make sure I have 140,000 silver. And usually, whatever you craft, you probably sell, 80% of whatever you craft until you start using your charms and you have a 6-star set of items coming. So let's make sure my wish list is everybody that I still want. Um, what? I'm going to take Alice out. I don't want her muddling up the process. If I'm lucky enough to pull one of these two finally, I'd be very happy. And Venomage instead of Ultimate Galek, I guess I might as well do this. Where's Venomage? Get in there, you. So I wish you all the best of lucks on any of the summons you're doing. I wish I had 10 to do, but we got to do it one at a time here. And who's coming out? Is it going to be 7 blues? Wow. That sells for a lot. I'm never going to 6-star that hero. That's pretty fortunate. I guess it is a ×2 rate. Both, both. The skunk, I don't have him. He's a 1-star anyways there. Man, that's 6-star to start. Hey, if I had a Doom Screech, I'd be very happy. That's a good meter booster, man, especially for a rare. And they're a void. Hey, come on. Ah, who Dracul might be good. No point in me keeping any of these, man. Come on, Venomage. Wow. If you have an Inquisitor Shamil and you are struggling in Hydra, he's going to help you. He's definitely worth your efforts. That that's nice. If I had that Shamil, I'd have been very, very happy. Not one hero on the wish list so far, and not one hero that I even use. Hey, there's one. I on the wish list. I had to scream and cry, and up comes Seducer. This is a good hero, man. Thank you. He's not the best hero, but I use him in my faction wars, and to have him for your void only content that are rares, especially, he can help you a lot. So let's collect some of this. Let's go into the soul collection. So if I sell my Frozen Banshee, my Persevere, and my Nethra, that's going to give me 500. I don't need this guy. I'm never getting him. I wouldn't use you, and Doom Screech can piss off. So, as I said later on, I'm hoping to earn from the champ training an Eternal Soul Stone, and I don't think I would ever get both going either. But Phoenix and Inquisitor Shamil, both in the Sacred Order, I would definitely use. So I might hold off on collecting these to see if I could summon another one later, but I've only got so many refills to do what I can do with. So let's take a look here in Alice. And if Alice puts on a new chest that I picked up today for winning the arena, 1v1 arena, I was very fortunate that I took care of it, and I rolled this chest up, and look at this thing, man. I wish it went 1 in a crit instead of that crit damage. However, our speed instead of resist. I'm okay with that. The resist showed up here. I'm not going to try to rework that. I can't afford it in the currency, the powders. But man, that's a pretty decent chest, okay? Not to have accuracy on it, it's one thing. Because if you look at her old chest, okay, it's 10% more on the attack. Okay, you'll see it down here in the bottom right stats, right? I'm going to pick up 13% more crit damage. So she's crit capped. That's 13% more damage to my knowledge. Plus, I'm getting 10% more attack, which I don't know if that translates into whatever, 5%. I might have just made like an 18% damage increase with that one chest. Maybe. Here's the problem. I lose 4 crit putting that chest on. And if you look here, I'm at 103. So we're going to try Ultra Nightmare with Alice with this upgrade. She's only at 99 crit percent, but look now, she's at 5,150 attack. And her resistance went up to 150. I don't know if that's going to matter much. She might not get the poison, but that also dropped her a little accuracy, but she's still above 365. So she's good for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. I'm going to manual the fight. If you don't want to watch it, I fully understand. And if you do, this is going to be probably 20 million plus. It has been so far for the last 3 or 4 days. Okay. And it's not about rushing through. I'm going to go a little slower than normal at the start, just to explain. So the idea here is I want everybody obviously to go before the clan boss. And they all are fast enough. And I think Alice is at 207 speed and Jareg's at like 204. So they're all definitely fast enough. The boss, I think, is at 190 speed. I think that's what it is. So as long as you're over 190, everybody's going first. My old strategy was I didn't want them taking any damage at all right away. So I would use my Tagor's shield. Now, I don't care about the heal because they don't need the heal yet. And I want that speed boost on everybody. So they just all picked up 30% more speed on their base speed. So Arbiter's base speed, let's just say it's 100. My Arbiter's total speed is 273. Now you add 30 to that. So she's actually at 303 speed right now. So she's 113 speed faster than the boss. Jareg, let's say he's got 90 speed, right? So I just added 27 speed. So he's at like 231. So he's 41 faster than the boss. And that's what allows me to do what I do in this lineup. But I'm very curious about Alice's damage because I obviously am not certain. 13% crit damage to me means that since she always crits, that's 13% more damage. Then I added 10% more attack. So I think right here she was normally doing like 54,000 without the weekend. I think that's what it was. So I can't remember. It's been a hot minute, if you will. So Jareg just got his sharp claws on. Now here's the other thing. My Tagore, if I could get him 2 more speed, he would get another turn right here when I would boost with Arbiter. But he can't get that turn. So I'm going to try to apply Arbiter's weaken. And she got it. My Arbiter's starting to land that weaken quite often. It's a 50% chance on each hit of her 2-time hitting A1. So if I can get her that banner, yeah, that's pretty good by Alice there. So all the big boy debuffs are on the boss. I hope I can get Alice another turn in with that weaken on there and her increased attack. And since Arbiter put it on for lasting gifts, if you can see that, Alice, if she keeps proccing turns before the boss gets a turn here, it's going to be a mad damage spike. I'm always going to protect with Jareg. Ally Protect is on. This helps me control who is the stun target. And I think Alice is getting a turn. So I'm going to make sure everybody's got a half a turn meter before the boss gets his turn. Come on, Alice. 80K? Yeah. 83K was the big one because of the relic that my Alice has on, okay? Alice has, I forget the name of the relic, but the Malefic Talon, it's just that rare one. But it has a 10% chance to increase your damage by, I forget the percentage. Is it 20%? Anytime you take a turn. Or it's a 20% chance to increase your damage by 10%. Whatever it is, sometimes you'll see Alice has a huge amount of damage compared to the other turns. And she was maxing out at like 110,000 when it would proc. And Dathy's got to ramp up his cruelty blessing as well. He hasn't had, too many turns here yet, obviously. And Jareg, my Jareg, he doesn't miss very much on void affinity targets with his A1. It's only a 60% chance to land his decrease attack. So if it misses twice in a row, it sucks, but it's definitely well within the parameter of the odds. So normally Arbiter isn't the stun target there, it's Alice, but my Alice had the increased defense buff from Jarag still on because of lasting gifts. And that's another reason why people would say to you, this is a unorthodox or not suggested clan boss way I set mine up. Because most people, they want to do this on auto. And me, I don't. I enjoy this aspect of it. The rest of the game, as much as I can auto, once I've done it once, I'm very happy about that. Oh, I don't know if Jarag's going to get back around. I thought Arbiter had a boost, but I forgot she was my stun. So that's the other key is that when you set up your clan boss team and you're like, why didn't my speed tune work today? And content creators tell you like you have to be careful with your masteries because that extended lasting gifts on Alice made Arbiter the stun target, which now means that I didn't have that meter boost I normally do. I don't think Jarag's going to get his ally protect on. It's looking close. So he just made it. Just made it. And that's why some speed tunes fail because of your lasting gifts or your cycle of magic, right? It'll mess up your team setup because now a hero that normally doesn't have a meter boost available has one and it's going to prioritize it. On my lineup, this is why I manual it. The only mistakes that happen is because I'm being a human and having fun and I'm yapping to the video. But I don't really care. I've had a 27 million damage on Ultra Nightmare on like day 71 or something. So I know what this lineup can do. It's just not 100% obviously. But if I can record a 24 million key, that might re-solidify my current method and strategy to newer players that are having a struggle getting even just a 4 key for Ultra Nightmare. And as you're noticing, I don't have debuffs on the boss. There's no HP burn. There's no poison. But there's always a decreased attack and a decreased defense to the best that I can do it. And the reason that, I think Tagore might get back around actually. So the reason that Venomage, I'm not super excited about getting her over Dahi is Dahi's going to apply. If he does, he gets an extra turn. So with his A3, he's going to buff himself with increased accuracy and attack. He's going to get another extra turn. Then he's going to A1 and he's got a chance at doing a cooldown. Or pardon me, granting an extra turn. He has a 10% chance to grant yet another extra turn. So he doesn't really have a 4-turn cooldown on his A3. It's really a 3-turn because if it lands, which it always, there's a 3% chance that it doesn't, but it always lands when he's fully booked for me. So bringing Venomage in, the only thing she's really bringing would be, poisons and damage reduction. And that's why I'm kind of torn, right? Because Dahi's doing a lot of damage, but if I fully invest in Venomage with those poisons, she's also bringing, that mitigation of damage to the team. So I might actually be able to push, to like a 30 million 1 key, which would mean, I'd have no problems getting a 3-key chest every day. However, that would require more books than I currently have, and I would definitely need to put max masteries on Venomage. But I'm definitely willing to do so. Venomage is definitely a hero worthwhile. And as it's looking so far, like I've got to be nearing at least 160 Ancient Shards Summit. You see me willy-nilly YOLO quite often, but the vast majority in the first 6 weeks were all spent on ×2 events or boosted ancients or whatever, or progressive chances, or every time there was some event on, I maxed out. But anyways, that was pretty neat to summon a seducer from the wish list right after I said I don't have anybody, even if it's only a 1-star. I'm going to be able to summon with a Eternal Soulstone, I think, today. I think I can, with everything that's coming and reset and all that, I think I can get my champ training complete. 15 6-stars, guys. And I think 13 of them have max masteries. And I'm just making sure, yeah, it's Tagore. I need him to boost, so I'll get him ahead. And Ultra Nightmare, it's a bit different. I don't want to get cocky and comfortable knowing that I have a 3-key team for the last 3 days, but I've only done it once completely. Yesterday, I made sure, I'm like, hey, let's make sure the clan kills Nightmare. One of our good friends, the host himself is in America. He might be back today, I'm not sure, but Hell Hades hasn't been able to log in. So he does 50 million damage on 2 keys of auto, which is big damage on Nightmare clan boss that our clan was missing. So to have him back, as you would say, in the mix is going to allow me to focus on Ultra Nightmare for the rest of the competition. And I'm fairly certain I'm going to keep this account and I'll just bring it to the clan that my main is in. I was very fortunate. My main joined a clan, just, random join. And the leader himself, 2 keys Ultra Nightmare and does like 450 million damage. And he 1 keys Nightmare almost. So if I bring this account to that, you'll see quickly how fast, or pardon me, how important it is to be on a team that kills the max chest clan boss you're on at the highest possibility. So if you're able to 3-key Ultra Nightmare and you're getting 2 chests every day from that, you're going to get shards galore. And I mean like sacreds and voids, and you'll be rock and roll within like 2 months of farming Ultra Nightmare, 2 chests every day with a Nightmare. Like you're getting 4 max chests every day. You'll have a roster. You're eventually going to pull a legendary. The math in the game tells you that because of Mercy. So I'm also a little more than a million. There we go. Now it's proper cycle. Alice got punched. But I'm a little over 1 million per boss turn. I wish I could be at 1.5, obviously, and eventually you get there. But if I can keep getting to turn like 24, obviously it's going to be massive. Yeah, I'm going to boost everyone. It's still kind of early. You know, I try not to be so slow doing this, but I know that there's people that watch my content, and I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys because I've been where you are in this game. I've been looking for somebody that was in a similar time spent into the game with their roster, and they don't have a ninja and a Krisk and a block damage and a reviver on death and all these things that you can get. I'm doing it also without a extend buffs. This is a very attainable lineup. The 6-star blessing on Tagore is just huge luck, right? But I'm a free to play. I didn't spend on it. You can get lucky. Arbiter I earned. Alice we all start with. Tagore is a download code. Jareg was a very fortunate pull. But if you want, you can use Frog. Is it just Frogman or the Frog? I forget what it is, but there's a Taragi code. So if you don't have Jareg and you're worried about getting an Ally Protector with decreased attack, you just use the code for Taragi. And then Dahi doesn't have to be there. You can put almost anybody here that does your decreased defense. Even War Maiden will get you into 1-key brutal in this lineup. It's totally possible. So I don't want to say much about Dahi, except, it looked to me, he missed one of his decreased defenses while I was prattling away there, and he snuck it in. When the boss wasn't paying attention, he went and had a cigarette break. Or if you're an Australian, I think they call it a smoko. He snuck out the back door for a smoko. But yeah, at about turn 17 of the boss, somebody's dead. I think that 17 turn punch, unless it's Alice, somebody's dead. And that's what kind of messes up where I'm currently at. If I can make it to turn 20 punch or 21 punch, whatever that is, I would be guaranteed, 25 million every key. All right, Arbiter. No weaken this time, eh? And that's another thing that really hurts. That weaken adds 25% more damage. And it's even more damaging to your overall number at the end when you have the other buffs on, like increase attack and decrease defense. To add another 25% damage on those attacks, it's huge. Absolutely. I love I love this lineup though. I know it's three magic, but it's also got a force and a void. I think so. I don't think Arbiter's going to get around another time here, so I'm going to use my Tagor's shield. But I think Dahi's going to get another turn now because I boosted. And I'm okay because you saw it's hard to see, but he's got 3 turns on his shield. So as long as he doesn't proc, 7 times, I'm good with that. That's another reason why I chose emergency heal on my Tagore. If you look at my Tagore, he's got 2 pieces of immortal on. So he's always healing for 3% of his 65,000 HP, okay, at every turn. But then since he's got a 6-star emergency heal blessing, after any time he loses a shield, he's getting a 15% heal on top of that. I don't know if my Alice is actually doing that much more damage with the increase of 13%, was it? Extra crit damage and 10% more attack. I'm not sure. I thought it would have been, straight up almost 15% damage difference, but I could be absolutely incorrect with how the attack works. But we'll find out in a second here. So, Jareg, this is absolutely perfect, right? If I could get Tagore a turn right here before the boss, it's kind of like cheating, and Tagore now gets let's say, an extra turn. It's not necessarily that, obviously, but as long as you can get these people their meter as soon as the boss takes a turn, when the punch comes, you would want the stun target, to have their meter at maxed. Then basically, they don't lose a turn. They lose a cooldown turn, but they don't really lose a turn on the boss. Yes, I know they do, but if you follow along with what I'm saying, they're getting at least 1 turn instead of 2 because they were the stun target. So I'm not sure. That Alice did 78,000 there, and right about now at turn 17, ooh, Arbiter didn't die. Thank goodness. The That's another reason why I don't build my Arbiter at 300 speed. She would outrun, my buffs on her, and I don't think Tagore is going to get another turn. And she would also just once she became the stun target, she would get one shot because it's based on your HP. The boss hits somebody with 100k HP a lot harder than somebody with 35k. And that's why he doesn't always die when he gets punched yet. And my Alice has a over 2k defense, so that's why she lives. So that's not bad. It took the turn 19 for Dahi to die. And he's always going to die. Like he's got the least amount of defense on him. However, now I can pick him up with Arbiter. Then I can heal and boost everybody. Alice is going to get a pretty decent turn without the weaken on. So yeah, 68k. I don't know. I'm not sure if she's going to do more damage or not here. And sometimes I tell you, when you do like a drastic change in your clan boss lineup, in my experience anyways, like adding a new chest to Alice, no, Dahi procced anyway. So Dahi's going to die here again, but it's okay. The the boss seems to know like, hey, this person's trying to get sneaky and get more damage, so the game does something strategically to shadow nerf your investment. I don't think it's true, obviously. It's just quite often there's that coincidental occurrence of it. But yeah, we're well on our way here to a 24 million. If I can get a couple more turns in, that's all I need. And I'm okay with Dahi laying dead on the floor right now, and you'll see why in a second here. Because I think my Arbiter would be able to pick him up on the next turn. Okay, so she's the punch target. Oh, it was Alice, even better. Watch this. This is 24 million right here. As long as I don't mess around. Okay, Dahi gets his res. Everybody gets a little bit of a meter boost and a heal. Jareg didn't apply that. It doesn't matter. But now I was able to save Tagore's shield. Okay, so here goes Alice. 38,000. I think she's got, you know, I noticed 10% more damage, I believe. I think I do. There was no decreased defense on. Let's make sure. Yeah. So that's the only issue that is going to keep happening is that once he is not at max HP after turn 19, he doesn't survive from the boss's AoE moves. So Jalreg's definitely going to get ally protect. So everybody, oh, there's no, ooh, this is scary. I've been here before. This decreased attack is usually more important than the ally protect. Let's put it on. Let's see. Oh, whew. So I think Arbiter and Alice are dead here. Yep. No, just Arbiter. Not bad. So that was without ally protect at turn 22. Okay. Not bad. But we're definitely into the 3 key territory coming. Oh, that's over now. He decided to punch my AoE res. So no go. Yeah. If Alice gets a turn, all I needed was a turn with Alice. That's not bad. Okay, so 23.25 million. And I messed around talking. It screws me up, obviously. But you need 70.28. So I'm about 500,000 shy of a 3 key today. But I think I can get it done. And on Nightmare, like it's a 1 key, obviously, 50 million is around my average now when I manual it on Void. And if I wasn't afraid about us not killing this, I wouldn't have done my hit that strong. Oh, there's Hell Hades right there. It's nice to see you back, sir. Thank you for coming. Because I don't like to drop the boss to the Force Affinity, especially before everybody else gets at least one chance at Nightmare. Anyways, it's going to always be a bit of a longer video when I upload a manual Nightmare run or Ultra Nightmare like it was today. But I'm fairly certain I've got a 3 key team, rock and roll, ready to go. I wish you all the best. I forget how long this boosted summons is. Oh, it's for a long time. I'm definitely getting that Eternal Soulstone. A 6-star Persevere, totally useless for this account. I hope any 6 stars that you summon are for people that you're going to use. This was Yakety the Free playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge, day 73. And one more time here in the Faction Wars, 656 Faction Wars stars. Day 73 free-to-play. Take care, everyone.